Hi everyone, Evre the artist. Today we will be working on our hatching techniques. This will improve your sketching skills, and I think it's so much fun to see how it transforms your drawings. Hatching, cross-hatching, stippling, etc. These are some very traditional drawing techniques that have been used by artists for centuries. All of these are nothing but patterns and group of lines and dots placed in well thought out ways in order to transmit a sense of volume, three-dimensionality, and depth and texture. Here I prepared some visuals for you to see what they look like. Cross-hatching is like taking parallel hatching to the next level. You create a first layer of parallel lines, and a second layer of lines is drawn on top in a perpendicular manner. This technique is probably the quickest of all due to the fact that you are able to create darker values faster than with the outer techniques. Parallel lines can be considered the most basic of all the shading techniques included here. It involves creating groups of patterns of parallel lines. These lines don't have to be completely vertical or horizontal. They can also be slanted or follow any angle you'd like, as long as this direction is uniform throughout the area you are shading. Contour hatching technique involves using lines that follow the curves or lines of the initial outline drawing. When used correctly, contour hatching enhances volume and three-dimensionality in a very striking manner. With this method, it's important to be able to visualize the three-dimensionality and planes of whatever it is you're drawing. When stippling, tone and texture is built up by applying dots in different densities. This technique takes a long time, and you have to make sure that you don't start creating lines instead of dots. Thick hatching method is similar to stippling, but instead of making dots, you make short lines. In darker areas, lines are placed in an overlapped manner. This technique is really good for impressionist style of art. Woven hatching technique involves creating sets of parallel lines in one direction and then placing another group of parallel lines next to it in perpendicular directions. It leads to a very interesting outcome when done correctly. You basically need to learn to walk before you can run, just as you need to learn how to sketch before you can paint or draw. You should take some time on this, because sketching will be the foundation of your masterpiece. And remember this, success is a worn down pencil. Today we will do some exercising based on my 19th century painter crush, Vincent Van Gogh. Let's take a quick look at his sketches. They are quite free and expressive. I find his sketching technique brilliant. The main reason I picked him is because he uses a combination of hatching techniques, including stippling, woven hatching, contour hatching, scribbling, pretty much everything. And so you will get to see how well they are composed and combined in just one artwork. Now you will be needing some materials. They are quite basic and affordable, so we will need a Bristol paper. I prefer Bristol with the ink drawings because it's perfectly smooth and it's good for this studies. And we will need pencil to create our draft. Before inking, we will need eraser or eraser and bamboo. If we don't have any bamboo, we can use felt pen or brush. And we will need dip pen. If you don't have any dip pen, you can use art liner pen, but you wouldn't get the same line value effects with the art liner. And we will need, of course, ink. I prefer Indian ink. And we will need a piece of cloth or a paper towel and some water to wash up our brushes and pens. We are going to sketch our first draft using our pencil, preferably HB or 2B. We can draw it roughly to see where is what. We don't need much detail for this. And we should do this lightly because we are going to erase our pencil marks later. Now with my bamboo, I will start to hatch the darkest areas and the thickest lines. Some artists' style is more controlled and precise, which lead to cleaner and more organized lines, while others have a more free and expressive style. I find Vincent very free and heartfelt. That is why I admire him so much. Alright, we finished the darkest and thickest lines, and now I'm going to take my dip pen and start to sketch the second layer. You can see them as layers. Now you deserve this. I prepared some printable files for you so you can print them out and work on your hatching techniques. These are extremely simple warming up exercises before you begin to draw your proper artwork. And you can also use them as a therapy to rest your mind, so it's double win. You will find the download link there. I really hope you enjoyed this session. I did. This is the end of our lesson for today. Thank you so much for watching, and if you liked it, you know what to do. I'll see you next week.